You've seen them during royal weddings and coronations. We love watching them wave at us as they gallop down the roads. Today, we are going to take you to London's Royal Transportation Stables, better known as the Royal Mews, where we will get up close and personal with many of the United Kingdom's royal coaches, cars, and even a sleigh. Today on The Forgotten Found. Historically priceless, the British Gold Stagecoach is currently estimated to be valued around $2 million to $4.2 million. Within the Royal Mews, tucked away in the royal horse barns, the gilded gold state coach and others that you have seen countless times transporting royals to their weddings, coronations, and other stately affairs. We had the honor of getting up close and personal with these famous British icons, and we are going to share our experience with you. First, let's talk about what a Royal Mews is. The Royal Mews is located next to Buckingham Palace in London, England. It is one of the finest upscale stables in the world and the official transportation department for the British royal family. Within its walls, it houses the monarch's historic horse-drawn carriages, which include the gold state coach, automobiles, and the facilities that trains the horses used for royal ceremonies. But what is up with the word mews? The official definition is a row or courtyard of stables and carriage houses, typically with living quarters above them. And they are usually built behind large city houses. In addition, it acts as a living community where staff and horses live. The word mews originally referred to the cages or mewses where hunting falcons were kept while molting. And if you don't know what molting is, it's when birds lose their feathers and grow new ones. The word derives from an old French word that means molting or shedding feathers. Henry VIII converted the Royal Falcon Mews into stables in the 16th century, and the name stuck. As time passed, the word mews became associated with urban equestrian stables. The Royal Mews is responsible for all road travel arrangements for the king and royal family, whether by car or horse and carriage. In the 1760s, King George III moved horses and carriages to the grounds of Buckingham House for his wife, Queen Charlotte. But in the 1820s, when their son, King George IV, had Buckingham Palace converted into the main royal residence, this location became the central stables. When Queen Victoria came to the throne in 1837, Buckingham Palace became the monarch's principal residence. Her husband, Prince Albert, used the back of this mews for stabling his own horses. Victoria and Albert's son, King Edward VII, introduced motor vehicles into the mews, and in 1904, 2 small coach houses were converted into the motor house. Royal Sleigh. How cool is that? Could you just see Victoria sitting in it? That's so sweet. This is where they keep all the tack.
Tacky. You can see the whips.
So there's actual hay there, so just the horses aren't here right now. It's Buckingham Palace right there. For the kids, the donkey. The donkey would pull this one. For royal weddings, the primary carriage for the bride and groom is the 1902 State Landau. It was this coach that Prince William and Kate Middleton used for their wedding in 2011. It was also used by his parents, Prince Charles and Princess Diana, for their wedding. If the weather isn't cooperating, then they switched to the enclosed 1830 Scottish state coach or the Irish state coach, also referred to as the glass coach. But it is the gold state coach that steals the show every time. The coach was built in 1762 for King George III, making it over 260 years old. It is only used for extremely rare, massive ceremonial occasions, such as coronations or jubilees. The coach has been used for every coronation since 1821, including the recent coronation of King Charles III. The coach weighs 4 tons, and as you can see, it is a masterpiece. It is so heavy, it requires 8 horses to pull its weight. Speaking of horses, the Royal Mews is a living museum with all sorts of activity happening. The community is where the coachmen, chauffeurs, and stable hands live and work. It operates as a full-time workshop where you can often see saddlers and harness makers crafting and maintaining leatherwork. And of course, the horses. The Royal Mews houses about 30 working horses. There are 2 main types at the Royal Mews, the light-coated Windsor Greys and the dark-coated Cleveland Bays. Windsor Greys are primarily bred in Ireland and are selected for their color, size, and calm temperament in heavy crowds. They are typically reserved to pull the sovereign's carriage, whereas the bays are used for their stamina. They are usually used to transport other members of the royal family, diplomats, and of course, their guests. So it's almost like the guy just sits right there, very uncomfortable. You have to agree, these coaches and cars are something else. For centuries, the royals of the United Kingdom have used these masterpieces to parade and meet their people face to face. We hope you enjoyed this journey into the Royal Mews and learned something new and interesting. We invite you to join us on the Forgotten Found channel, where we explore castles, palaces, cathedrals, sacred places, fortresses, and a whole lot more around the world. Please subscribe, hit that notification button to all, and like and comment on this video. It means the world to us that you do so. Go out and make it a great day, and always remember to be kind in everything you do, especially the comments you make.